Last time on Eastpointers.
Do you know Debbie Gray was pregnant?
Everyone's assuming Donny was the father.
Those twins didn't have a chance with Crispin Gray as their dad.
I had no idea Lowestoft had its own mafia family. How exciting.
John asked me to go to Slaughter in Southwold with him. Jeffrey's away, so we're going to stay with my parents in Raiden for the weekend.
Hey up, Frank, Doris. What can I get you?
Oh, hello, Mrs. Muggins. We don't need anything today. We're just on our way back from that new Kirkley Care Centre. Thought we'd pop in and say hello.
Oh, it's always grand to see you. Hope it weren't nowt serious took it to the doctor.
No, just Frank's regular blood test for his,
She says I'm going to use a butterfly. So I thought that's good. Never knew a butterfly hurt anyone, but this one got right sharp teeth. Where'd you breed them vampire butterflies, I ask her.
Poor girl didn't know what to make of him.
Don't know why they say sharp scratch before they put the needle in. Don't feel like a scratch to me. Still, suppose it's better than what they used to say. Little prick. I always wondered how they knew.
Oh, shush, Frank. Honestly, Mrs. M, I can't take him anywhere.
Hello. We've got a full house, Mrs. T. Look, here's Frank and Doris. You remember them, don't you?
Oh, yes, dear. Very nice wig you made me.
No, my love. Oh, never mind. We're meeting Sandra here in a little while. Hope it's not a big problem if we hang around a bit.
What are you up to with Sandra, then?
I'm afraid I can't tell you that at the moment, but if you stick around, you'll find out soon enough. That sounds exciting. Any road up? How's you both been keeping? Busy as always. Mrs. T's been a bit down, missing the DOGS. And yesterday we had a bit of an upset at the church, didn't we?
What's that, dear?
A bit of an upset at the church.
Oh, yes, we did. Someone had taken my poo. I've been going to that church all my life, and I've never had a problem with my poo before. Then yesterday, there was new people sitting on it.
She weren't happy, I can tell you.
That's my poo, that is. It's right at the front, so I get a good view.
And the front pews have cushions.
I don't like a hard poo. It's uncomfortable.
Yes, indeed, Mrs. Toovey. If you're going to sit on a poo, it needs to be as soft as possible. I hope you told them.
I did, young man. I say, I know you're new, but that's my poo, that is, and I'll thank you to leave it alone.
Aye, well, what to do? Having strangers messing with your poo. A pew. Indeed, Mrs. Muggins. Mrs. T was in such a stew that the vicar came over in the end.
He did, and I say to him, it ain't right after all these years to be forced into another poo. Come on, don't be shy. You've been here before, remember? Yes, you have. Yes, you have.
Look, Mrs. T. Look who Sandra's brought with her.
Your Majesty.
Now, careful, no need to curtsy. We don't want you falling over.
Isn't that Charlie and JR?
It is indeed, Doris.
Your Majesty, I hope you have enjoyed your state visit. I would be most honoured if you would agree to dine with me at my humble abode before you leave again. And your loyal servant too, of course.
They won't be leaving again, Mrs. T. They're coming home with us.
To live? Yes, Mrs. Toovey. Marcia and I have arranged it all with the rescue centre. John and I have agreed to help out with walks when Marcia is away. I have missed you both, I have. I've been so lonely with no friends. Yes, I have, all alone. And now I've got my Charlie and Jack back.
All alone? You've made an impression then, Marcia.
Poor love. She has been depressed since the dogs were all returned to their owners. She don't have a clue what's going on a lot of the time. Unless someone's stolen her pew.
Oh, how funny. Stealing a poo. Listen, I've got a joke. If in Suffolk you look at a voo and sit on a poo, what noise does a kitten make? Moo! Isn't that hilarious? A kitten going moo? Marcia, Sandra, that was a right nice thing you've done there. I feel fair choked up, I do.
Here, Sandra, how was your weekend away with John?
Oh, Frank, you are awful. You make it sound very naughty, and it really wasn't. We had some fish and chips looking out to sea and saw some rather interesting crime writers. And we met 2 of the presenters from Southwold and Lowestoft Radio. Only it's now called Eastpoint Radio, apparently.
Eastpoint Radio. Aye, I like the sound of that. Who'd you meet? I bet it was the wordy birds. Just their sort of thing, listening to authors.
Oh, yes, it was. And they were lovely. So friendly, charming, clever and funny.
Talking of crime, any more news about the Grey twins or Donna's husband, Marsha?
Not really. DNA shows Donny wasn't the father of Debbie's baby, so that's another mystery. And Donna's husband seems to have disappeared into thin air.
So, we've got 2 dead bodies, 1 pregnant by an unidentified man, a suspicious disappearance, a break-in, and ABH.
Don't forget the mystery person leaving the Grey's house with a bag of something.
Oh yes, goodness. The crime writers really should have come to Lowestoft.
Will any of these clues ever make sense? Does Mrs. Tovey get her poo back? Is Moira ever coming back from Scotland? Tune in to the next episode of Eastpointers to find out.